And now, breaking news from migraine sufferer Whoopi Goldberg about Nurtec ODT rimegepant 75 milligrams.
I got big news. Now Nurtec ODT is the first and only medication proven to treat and prevent migraines. This is big time.
Don't take if allergic to Nurtec ODT. The most common side effects were nausea, stomach pain, and indigestion. For important safety information, prescribing information, and patient information, visit Nurtec.com. Ask your doctor about Nurtec today.
Nurtec, baby.
From earaches to strep tests, there's MinuteClinic at CVS. See a provider, fill a prescription, and grab essentials. Or see us online with telehealth options. That's healthier made easier. Visit MinuteClinic at CVS today. Services vary by location. See MinuteClinic.com for details.
Yo fam, what's good, what's poppin'? Yo fam, what's good, what's poppin'? 0800 yo fam, whatever in it. Yo fam, what's good, what's poppin'? Yo fam, what's good, what's poppin'? 0800 yo fam, whatever in it. Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? WhateverInnit.com at WhateverInnit. That's WHTVRINNIT. Yo fam. 0800 yo fam, what's good, what's poppin'? I am Khalid Omari. Bienvenidos to my podcast. And this episode, I feel like it wasn't even supposed to be an episode still, but I felt like, you know, with all of the sneaker launches that was going on at the moment, and I was about to post something from a previous tweet I had, and I was going to post it on Insta and that, as what's been like my new flurry of posts at Where Is KO. I feel like it turned into a bit of a dedicatory poetry piece to sneakers, you get me? And I've had a love-hate relationship with the sneaker game, because I'm very much of the understanding that, you know, man just wanted to, you get me? Man just like preferred to go into a shop and buy the kicks, an exclusive obscure place. You know, if I'm going out to buy kicks, go from one place to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and then, you know, my mission's over, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like in this era, man, it's just too much raffle and free marketing for the brands and the shops. Them, I feel like in some ways it's taken the magic out, you know what I'm saying? But who am I though? Like, man's just a normal person trying to swim upstream, you get me? In a industry where they've branded it in a way where, you know, they've created this faux mystique around these products, played on the nostalgia that's associated with some of these iconic silhouettes and colorways, and, you know, the legend and the myth behind these significant pieces of style and footwear. You know what I'm saying? They've created this false kind of sense of supply, you know what I'm saying? And I remember in the days where it was straight up whackness, like, oh, to enter the draw you have to post up a picture. Nah fam, like, yous that are getting paid mad peas, all I want to do is spend my £200 for a pair of footwear, but you're making me jump through 10 million different hoops. And I hated the sneaker game for that, I can't lie. Like, I've had many conversations with man them that are deep in it, that always, you know, do the draws and have been doing it for years. But for me, as an old head, I just feel like, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pride wasn't allowing me to jump in, you know what I'm saying? But I'm at that point now where my skulls, the Air Max 87s, like my skull pack, you know, the sole has come away from the thing, so they're just in the box. I sold a lot of my sneakers at the start of the decade, you get me? Because it was played out me trying to fish for a pair to wear, and I wasn't wearing them all the time. But now I'm at the age where I'm like, there's certain silhouettes I want, and you know what I'm saying? Like, these raffles and these fucking draws, they're just doing me dirty, fam. I've witnessed, like, over the past few weeks or months in the run-up for Christmas, like, every week there's a drop, like, and the drop's like £150. If it's Yeezys, you can go from 160 to 215 if you include shipping. And I'm like, rah, like, how the fuck is this shit sustainable? Like, who do these people think are buying the kicks? You know what I'm saying, Car? Man's just an average guy, innit? I work at a full-time job, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not like peeling two bills for trainers all the time. Like, it don't make sense. But all of these drops are coming out, whatever, you have to join these raffles. And to be honest, back in my day, all you had to do was, you know, you go to a shop, like, for instance, there'll be shops around, like one on Roman Road, there was one in Bethnal Green, there was one in Shepherd's Bush, and then another one round the corner from that. Like, there was enough of these independent sneaker shops that were getting in the stuff that you couldn't really get anywhere else. And I feel like I missed that, because you go to one ends, pick up what you're picking up, then, you know what I'm saying, you take the same Central line back into Central, where you crawl through the boutiques, whether it be like a, you know what I'm saying, Slam City Kicks, Size, all of that business, you know what I'm saying? And then nowadays you don't have that. You go on a website, you know, you enter the raffle, they get you to do some clown shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you bloody enter the draw, put in your card details, whatever. You might wake up, miss that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's just dead. I kind of hark back to wanting the sneaker game to go back to where it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Where drops were few and far between. And there weren't this, like, faux level of scarcity. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all a market employ. They want you to market the L's. You know what I'm saying? Share that on your account. Like, rah, like, man missed out on a social. Yeah, like, I'm not down for that, innit? So for me, the sneaker game is whack. However, there are a few silhouettes that are mad nostalgic that are dropping. And I've waited all year for it. Air Max 95 OG, obviously back in 95, couldn't afford the kicks, couldn't go to my mum and be like, yo mum, give me £80 to buy these kicks, because obviously kid size and that. So it wasn't even a question of a doubt that when I heard that they was coming, I was like, yo, man's gonna get involved. However, I did nearly get caught slipping a couple of times during the start of the year. You know what I'm saying? Because what Nike did was they released like some CDG collaboration, which were like £230. However, when I did try them on, I discovered, and I managed to get a pair of like triple black AM95s for like probably about £90. And I didn't know why. To this day, I still don't know why and how I got that. But it is what it is, isn't it? So I just wanted to have an old head rant. You know what I'm saying? These days I'm getting more comfortable entering these draws as I've put the pride aside, because obviously it's a new day and that. You know what I'm saying? And I've gone through the functional phase where I was going into boosts and whatnot, buying them because they were comfortable. But sometimes, my God, you just want to feel fresh. You know what I'm saying? You want that like colourful kick or whatnot, because trainers aren't just trainers. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, once you put your feet in them shits, like, you could feel that you're back in that year. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different vibe to it. Whole different vibe. But I'm gonna go into this piece that I wrote a few nights ago, and it's basically an ode to footwear from a former sneakerhead. You get me? So yeah. 0800 yo fam, what's good, what's poppin', whateverinnit.com. Holla, subscribe, like, share. You done know. The game is effed. I tried to wade upstream against the current as pride and price didn't allow me to enter draws and raffles to catch L's. I'm defo an old head that still lives in the glory days of obscure online independent retailers and lesser known stores dotted throughout the city. Nostalgia is a strong force of nature, so much so that I cast my net in the perpetual abyss of limited supply at a stupidly high price in hope that I reel in a prize catch of some of the finest silhouettes and OG colorways that tell 1,000 tales passed down from peer to peer over the years. I went through my functional phase, I tried the present day models, but there's nothing like the allure of a retro pair of Air Maxes. These iconic kicks aren't just shoes, they're aspiration, ambition, accomplishment, heritage, statement, accents, moods, memories. It's a feeling. The fresh out of box smell never gets old, nor does the returning them back to the box after their once every trimester wear. I may be salty sometimes at never managing to cop a lot of pairs, but deep down I must admit that the price has me running scared. But if it's a particular type of retro OG, I will cop with no expense spared. Let's raise a toast, and this is an ode to footwear. Peace.
Does every dollar you spend on your groceries create a healthier planet, build stronger communities, and help farmers get a fair wage for their work? They could. With Hungry Harvest, get a weekly box of rescued farm fresh produce and grocery staples that fight food waste and hunger delivered right to your door. Whether you customize or want to be surprised with our hand-picked variety of fruits and veggies, you'll save money and make a real impact. Sign up today and get 50% off your first harvest with code HUNGRY50 at hungryharvest.net.
0800 Yo Fam, what's good, what's poppin', WHTVRINNIT.com. Hit me up on the socials at WHTVRINNIT. Hit me up at all over the social spare. Trying to build WHTVRINNIT.com from scratch, as that is now the podcast site. You know what I'm saying? So, if you want to follow me personally, I'm on Twitter at WhereIsKO. It's the same handle for Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out my listeners. Big up the crew locked in from Washington, Virginia in the United States. Big up the Bromley crew. Hang tight the crew in Epsom, Surrey. Croydon Massive. Hang tight the CRO lot. Molenbeek, Saint-Jean in Belgium. Big up the Gavere in Belgium. Bahia Blanca in Argentina. Rocky Mount, Virginia, United States. Big up the Naha, Japan crew. And also big up the massive Locked and Loaded from Maguroku in Japan. Inside. You know what I'm saying? We're international in these streets, en las calles. You see it, you know? But yeah, can't thank you enough tuning in. Let me know how you feel about the addition of the adverts as well. I know that's relatively new to the flow of the podcast. I'm not trying to throw anyone off or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to earn a bit of revenue from this. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. Getting back to those drops on los lunes y los jueves. You get me? Mondays and Thursdays. Be sure to share the podcast with friends, fam, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I really like this backing track, man. I really like this new sound to this. And I'm going to infuse much more of my poetry on this as well, car. You know, it's just writing the words and now you got me. Anyway, I'm gonna bounce. You know, big up your chest in the north, east, south and west. Wherever you're locked in from, let yourself known. Holler at me. You know, let's connect. Peace. Yo fam, what's good, what's poppin'? Yo fam, what's good, what's poppin'? 0800 yo fam. Whatever in it, yo fam, what's good, what's poppin'? Yo fam, what's good, what's poppin'? 0800 yo fam, whatever in it. Holler holler at me for the podcast. It's the coldest podcast. I said holler at me for the podcast. Mondays and Thursdays, I said holler at me on the podcast. It's the Wavy Podcast. It's like holler at me on the podcast. Subscribe.
At Capella University, education is as smart as the world around us. With the FlexPath format, you can take classes at your own pace, set your own deadlines, and even leverage your previous experience to move faster. Now that's smart. Learn more at capella.edu.
Right now, 1 in 7 people around the world needs a pair of glasses but can't get them. That's why OneSight exists, to help people everywhere get the glasses they need to learn more, earn more, and see a clearer future. How can you support OneSight's mission in communities around the world? All it takes is a simple donation to improve someone's life by giving them clear vision. Donate today at onesight.org. That's ONESIGHT.org.